Alright, hey there YouTube. This is Gorthar Gaming here. I've got some online battles from Rome 2 Total War. I've been playing Total War for a long time. Played all the way since the original Shogun. I've never gotten into much online gaming as far as the Total War games, the online battles. Never really started playing that until about a week ago. I've been watching some YouTube videos and got kind of interested in it. So this is one of my first few battles, so we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully we can go over some strategies and some different builds and see what happens here. This is going to be an Arverni versus Sparta matchup. Like I said, this is maybe my first or second online battle, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. But we'll get in here and see what happens. First I'll go over my army build. I have a pretty standard build, sword heavy. I got an Oathsworn on either flank with a corps of Celtic warriors, backed up by 4 chosen swordsmen, and backed up by some spear warriors and levy freemen. And then I've got 4 heavy horse on either flank. And so my initial thought was I'm just going to sneak up here and see what he's got, and immediately I see his skirmisher cav coming around my flanks, and I'm like, I first thought that these were Tarantine cav, and so I'm just trying to pull back. My idea is I'm going to use my spears to kind of zone and screen him out. That was when I saw that these were skirmisher cav, so I kind of calmed down a little bit, but it took me longer to notice these guys over here, and he's going to get some decent shots on me. Hopefully the scrub should have helped me some, but it doesn't appear to have, and I thought I was going to try to charge in, but he was definitely microing there, and I just get more of my guys killed. So I'm going to try to pull my cav in and just kind of pull in here, and I've got to engage his infantry so he can stop microing his stupid cav. I'm sorry, skirmisher cav, bad memories from previous games. So I'm just going to try to rush my guys up and continue to use my spears to just kind of zone him out. And that was when I started, really concerned about this, and then I realized their skirmisher cav, their missile damage isn't great, and their melee stats are terrible, so I'm just going to push my heavy horse around his flank. I'm going to use my spears to zone out on either side, and I'm going to use this heavy horse to screen the middle. I'm really not sure what I was thinking there. I should have sent all 4 of my cav around his flanks and just let him run free, because his skirmisher cav really can't do much at this point. So I'm just going to march up with my swords, going to get in line, and let my guys exchange javelins. A very smart move of him was when he had his Cretans up here. I mean, he tore into these guys. This Oathsworn is down 30 men and 31 men, and they have not even engaged in melee with anyone. But I think he sees I'm just going to stand here and throw javelins, so he pulls his Cretans back forward. And I'm trying to get him to, I don't know what I'm thinking here. Trying to get him to move these Spartan youths, but I didn't realize he's using them shields, so I'm just going to let him unload my javelins. And he ends up catching this heavy horse here, charged in the back. He's going to just wreck this heavy horse. I didn't notice it till late, and you can see I start pouring in my spears, trying to chase him off. So I start giving charge orders, just trying to bring it into melee, because I feel pretty confident about my ability, especially now that my cav's in his back lines. And you'll see this heavy horse, these heroes of Sparta are pretty tough. 85 guys, boom, and that heavy horse should start dropping them. Well, yeah, there they go, starts dropping them pretty quick, yeah, and then with more javelin fire. Same thing over here, boom. They're not going to be able to do much, and then I see him trying to get through here. If he had been able to get behind me, that could have been pretty bad, but he just stands there and takes this charge. The other thing I noticed he didn't do is he never went into hoplite wall, which Well, there he did. On some of these units he did. I think that could have helped him a lot. And see, he's got these units, I think he's running his general out trying to figure out who to intercept and where. But I've just got him zoned out, and if you'll notice, his skirmisher cav just never really does any damage. I'll go over that towards the end. Some problems with my opponent's build. Not saying that to be mean. Just there's some definite flaws to his build. But anyway, yeah. Now that I'm free, I'm just going to start cycling rear charges on his guys. And I managed to get gonna start working this cav through here. Yeah, you see, he's got his Royal Spartans chasing me around. He really needs to get these guys in combat. They have one kill this late into the battle. I've already wrecked his Heroes of Sparta. This flank is starting to collapse. I've got this Oathsworn free. And I think I was microing elsewhere, not paying attention. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking of a later moment in this battle. Yeah, I just keep cycling charges on these guys and get them wrecked pretty bad. Gonna move in here, take out his Cretans. And really what I should have done at this point as well, here's another mistake on my part, I should have really started moving all of these infantry around, all of them. Either that or use these, pin his skirmisher cav here. But at this point in the battle I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I did make a pretty big mistake here, in that I charged my heavy horse in and he sees it and immediately follows in with his Royal Spartans and gets me pinned. That heavy horse is not going to last long in there. But now I charge in this very much depleted heavy horse and this one, and yeah, I'm just going to start laying on the cavalry. Well, these are not shock cavalry, but they are very good cavalry. Celtic units, or Celtic factions get pretty good cavalry. And yeah, see, I've got these guys here, and I'm going to pull them out, and then replace. So while they're pulling out, so this Royal Spartan just doesn't get a break. And now, Chosen Swords, gonna get more infantry to pour into this blob here. This Oathsworn is free. And I don't know why, but I'm not pulling it around. I'm over here cycling my cavalry charges. So, yeah, you can just kind of see that that's really what you got to do if you can. Once you start getting them outflanked and get behind them in their back lines, is just start cycling those cav charges. Because that really helps out with your just trying to chew through them faster. But you can see these Spartan hoplites just tanking it out. They will not stop. Especially once they get into hoplite wall, which he never went into hoplite wall, so I'm not sure. But at this point it doesn't really matter anyway. I've got the infantry, I've got the cav. He had this skirmisher cav left that came back from routing. It doesn't really matter at this point. I'm just going to keep cycling charges and just cycle charge them to death. And the Spartans, yeah. General waiver now, and it's only a matter of time. And I was actually kind of shocked, you know, first or second battle in, thinking, alright, yeah. But I really like this build. This has got a lot of merits. The Arverni are definitely a strong faction. Celtic warriors just being beast. Chosen Swords doing pretty well, this one not so well. Even Levy Freeman. Hey, Levy Freeman are pretty crappy units, but for a couple of cheap spear units, I mean, a lot of this was probably against the skirmisher cav, but you can see, I mean, I just ignore those skirmisher cav, and they weren't able to do anything. Oathsworn, typical fashion, doing pretty well. Not to be mean to my opponent, but The problem with Sparta in general is that they just don't have a way of killing another faction, especially when you've got an infantry-heavy faction like the Arverni, that you can pretty much guarantee they're gonna come infantry-heavy. There's just nothing over here that's really got any killing power. I mean, Spartan hoplites, you've got a lot of holding power. Spartan youths, decent units if he had used them in his backlines to screen my infantry, but he left them up front to kind of interrupt my charge, which was a good move, because that kind of blunted some of my killing power. But again, there's really nothing to get to kill my infantry. There were just too many men, and what's going to happen is this fight's just going to grind out and out and out and keep going, and I mean, in the end, especially once my cav got free and was able to perform rear charges, it was just a matter of time, really. So, I mean, maybe going with 2 skirmisher cav or a couple of Tarantine cav, maybe a few less Spartan hoplites and a few more Spartan youths, so he could have prevented my heavy horse from really getting into his backlines. I mean, he had good skirmishers. Cretans can be very potent, even against some of my heavily armored units like the Oathsworn. You saw at the beginning of the battle, they had wrecked my Oathsworn general pretty bad. But there's just that's just the problem with Sparta right now. They just don't have enough. They just don't have enough killing power. They've got a lot of holding power, but just not anything to get any kills. But anyway, that's what I've got for now, and hopefully I'll try to get some more battles. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, the usual for YouTube videos. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like. If you don't like my channel, let me know. Maybe we can do something a little bit differently. But that's all I have for now. Thank you.